Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in for our instant match reaction. Liverpool have just been beaten the first time in 4 years in the Premier League to Sean Dyche's side. Very, very disappointing result, everyone. Whatever platform you're watching, make sure to hit that follow button and the subscribe button as well. I'm joined by a very special guest, the actual legend, Connor from the Cop Council. So make sure to head over to his channel and subscribe over there if you know as well. Very interested in engaging with every single one who's Reds or is any Burnley fans. Make sure to get your comments in the comment section below. This is a live stream, so get your comments in. We will be featuring your comments as we go throughout tonight's live stream. Reds, the thoughts on the game, key points, what Liverpool need to address going forward. That's another disappointing result for Liverpool now. I think we failed to score yet again in another Premier League fixture. But we'll get straight into it, Connor. I'm quite a positive person as well, everyone. So get your comments in. It's very difficult. Connor, thank you very much for tuning in, for joining me, mate. I know you didn't really want to come on, but I had to get you on anyway because me and you bounce off each other so well. We say it as it is. And it's another yet again, as Calvin's just said in the comment section below. Nice one, Calvin. Another disappointing night again.
I think it's probably the worst night in Jurgen Klopp's history at Liverpool so far. It's just a shambles, really. I don't know what's happened to us. Just attack just looks. It just looks like we've just bundled up about 12, 13 strangers on a street and just tried to play with one another and tried to play, professional football. And it's mad how we're just everything just isn't working. And I just want to throw something. That's how angry I am about this game.
Yeah, no, I'm like you, mate, and every single one of you is watching. Very frustrating. It's very rare that Liverpool do lose football games. Don't get me that said, but it's the standard and the precedence in which Jurgen Klopp and this Liverpool side have set over recent times. Anyway, and is it going to be a battle for Liverpool getting top four now? Everyone at home, let me know your thoughts. Yet again, it's a very good title race this season, so it's anyone's game. And I tell you, Liverpool, as we are finding ourselves a couple of points behind already, but it will be the January, February, and March time where Liverpool do go into it. But we'll get to Chris' comments. I'm saying bye-bye to our title race defence. Hang your heads in shame. Front three have been terrible this season, not clinical enough. We've been poor in attack most of this season, raging right now. Chris, spot on comment there, mate. Very disappointing. We've talked about Jota, the him being missing this season. It's had Liverpool a detrimental impact on Liverpool's attacking play, really, hasn't it? Now, Connor, we've heavily missed him, as Chris have said. Bobby Firmino yet again tonight. He got brought on in the second half anyway, and Liverpool, I thought we freshened a couple of players. We brought Shaqiri on, brought Origi on anyway in that forward line. We rested Bobby and Salah, but I thought at the beginning of the game, mate, I was like, oh, sounds Liverpool have gone with Ox as well. Hendo was the big miss tonight yet again. It's so influential when he doesn't play. It's so obvious in this Liverpool side. But do you think, what were your thoughts on the changes in which Jurgen Klopp made in that final third at the pitch? I wanted him to make a little shuffle of the deck anyway, just try something different, because what worse can happen anyway, because we've not been playing very well in the final third of the pitch.
Yeah, I think everyone wanted to at least Klopp to change a couple of things. I think we were all happy with the situation where Bobby and Mo got a rest, and then we looked at it and gone, okay, it was being the sense of like, okay, Ox is now on, Shaqiri is there as well, which was, to be fair, I think promising, really, of what could happen. Anyway, hello, Bayer. It's that it was needed, but again tonight, you would have thought when they come on, they would have freshened everything up, and no one did. And Bobby Firmino had the best chance of the game yet again. And yet again, he's done it again and missed a clear-cut chance, which has cost us the game. Not the best clear-cut chance game, chance of the game. Sorry, like we probably talk about the Divock Origi chance.
I was just that's why I'm like screaming.
But
Just
like
squared it, lad.
yeah, it's legit like Raheem Sterling to Harry Kane like situation yet again. The World Cup for England, like it's just square. If he squares it, it's 1-0 Liverpool, and we've finally broken that duck. It's all over and done with.
It changes the whole complexion of the game, doesn't it, mate? It's where everyone at home, wherever you're watching it anyway, who's screaming, just square it. Even he had too much time, Divock. Not going to sit here and say, but it was refreshing to see a striker actually have shots on goal. Divock Origi had quite a couple of shots from outside the goal. And credit to Nick Pope tonight. Yet again, he had a fantastic start.
Oh, brilliant.
He had played very well last season when he come to Anfield anyway. But yet again, Nick Pope, another goalkeeper that was inspired. If you're an opposition team, you want to come to Anfield and really upset the apple cart, really, and spot on Divock Origi. I was made up that our striker was actually having a shot from outside the box anyway, but no one may go. Yeah, we won't be scapegoating Origi. Any striker, whoever that was, anyway. But Divock, he had enough chances tonight, and it was refreshing.
It's frustrating, but at the end of the day, it's not, because I've seen people already on Twitter saying, "Oh, Liverpool had a shout for handball, and the penalty decision was a bit worse than him." Tonight, no one is at fault by it apart from Liverpool. We are our own problem by here because we've had so many chances in this game. There is no, we can't blame anyone else. We can't blame a VAR decision. We can't blame an offside tonight. It's completely on our fault. And that is just a frustrating thing. It's the fact that, for the first time, I think probably, in a very long time, it's been a game where Liverpool have properly messed up. And I think that is what has annoyed a lot of us tonight.
It's accumulation of many factors, isn't it, mate? We spoke heavily after these last 4-5 results, really. And this season, I think everyone can agree at home. Let us know, everyone. It's no fluke that Liverpool being beaten tonight. This result has a defeat at home, especially at home, has been coming. There's been a couple of occasions, the back end of last season as well, when the title was all wrapped up. And really this season, Liverpool really struggled. And quickly just get the stats up, everyone. Where is it? There we go. As you can see, Liverpool, as Connor just alluded to, they dominated possession, as you would expect against the Burnley side. But Burnley, fair credit, Sean Dyche set up a side to really win the game. 72% possession, Liverpool dominance yet again. But possession doesn't win your football games. It's a scoreline. That's the most important, as you can see there. 27 shots, 6 on target, and Burnley registered 4 shots on target to their 6-shot efforts in the whole of the 94 plus minutes. Anyway, Connor, very deeply disappointing. Let's get to a couple more of your comments as well. Is any Burnley fans or Arsenal fans? I know a couple of good lads anyway on the channel that are subscribed. Make sure you do get your comments in. Really interested if there's any outsider point of view. What is wrong with this Liverpool side at the minute? We've spoken heavily, me, Connor, and when has been speaking to or used in the comment section below and on social media. It's an accumulation, as Connor alludes to at the top of the show, everyone. It's every factor: the defence, the midfield, and the attack. They seem to be very disjointed, and this has been the case for a very long time, really. Poor result, lads. Nice one, Original Gunner. Thank you for getting the comments in, mate. Poor result, lads. Hopefully you lot bounce back next game. We're going to need a rocket up our backside, every single one of them, really. We can't. Original Gunner, from a point of view of an Arsenal point of view, mate, what do you feel when you're watching Liverpool currently is the problem with Liverpool in terms of their overall game? Tom, mate, that has been the worst performance I've seen Liverpool play after results Liverpool have been doing on the last few weeks. Teams will be feeling confident that they could get a result. Tom, nice one for your comment, lad. It's the fixture pile-up's going to be piling up, Connor, innit? That's the frustration. More, it's compounded, really. Liverpool's fixtures in the coming weeks are going to be a lot more difficult. They're going to be coming thick and fast. Got Manchester United in the FA Cup now, and everyone at home, if you're watching this after, make sure you get your comments in. Would you now go for a Champions League or add potentially an FA Cup this season? Because give it a couple of weeks and Liverpool's results don't pick up. I think similar to what Liverpool did last season, Man City or Leicester or even United, dare I say. But if all those teams continue playing as they are, they will be opening up on a gap between Liverpool and obviously the teams mid-table. But yeah, Zuki. But we're playing badly as a team as well. Yeah, Zuki, spot on there, mate. I'll ask you again, Zook. What aspects of the game have you been deeply disappointed? We've seen Fabinho, Henderson, Matip. It was refreshing to see an actual centre-back play tonight. Matip, he played very well. I felt. Connor, did you think Matip played well? I didn't think it was refreshing. I think the first half, it helped us a lot more. I felt we played on the ball. We looked a lot more at ease. Would you say?
Yeah, well, like you said, it is refreshing having a centre back play centre back. That's how life's been at Liverpool at the moment. But if you listen to Jurgen before kickoff, he said if Henderson was fit, Henderson was playing centre back instead of Matip. So what does that mean? Like in terms of Joel Matip and Liverpool, if a fit Joel Matip is going to be picked, behind Jordan Henderson, that's probably our number one centre midfielder. Like, why? Like tonight, I thought he had a good game. To be fair, I thought Fabinho and Matip, they both had a pretty good game. It was just the lapse in concentration with Fabinho for the goal, which of course awarded to the penalty. But again, it just falls down to rhythm again with Liverpool because there's so many players in and out of the team all the time. I think like Fabinho, obviously the number one partnership now is Matip and Fabinho, but how many times are you going to get Matip and Fabinho? It's not a guaranteed every week. It's like one every 4 or 5 games.
It's almost like is Klopp's doing it on purpose to the board or someone. He's trying to make a point to someone. I don't know. I'm playing the club captain centre back. It's frustrating. Like when me and you spoken off camera, mate. It's annoying. And as North said there, this is a crisis, chaps. We were arrogant in the transfer market, took it all for granted, and boy, we are paying every champion team strengthens every year, and that's how they stay on top. Manchester United, when they had Fergie, mate, season after season after season after season, that's how top teams do stay on top. You've got to invest heavily. You've got to put your hands in your pocket, really, and continue that success.
Well, look at us last season. Look at us last year having a go at Man City for not signing a centre back. I know this season it's the opposite. It's like Uno card. It's like we've just put the Man City for the Uno card, and they've now got a brilliant centre back. Yeah, Diaz, John Stones, like them two are doing fantastic at the minute for City, and like now we're juggling around trying to figure out who's going to start a freaking game at centre half. So for me right now, of course, people will talk about the title and whether or not Liverpool are still in contention. Of course, we're still in contention. Things can change in the Premier League, week in, week out. But I think now it is firmly Man City are favourites for this Premier League title. I don't want to say it, and but realistically, Man City, it is City's title to lose now because they have the goalkeeper, they have the defence sorted out this season. The attack, yes, they've got players missing, I think, due to COVID and other situations as well. But at the end of the day, when those players are back, City are already on, what is it, a 9-match winning streak, I think, at the minute. So, it is City's title to lose, in my opinion.
Yeah, Zuki's with get Coutinho back and need Virgil van Dijk back anyway. What is wrong with this team and the front three? 1 second, Connor. 1 second, Tilly, I'm going to let the cat out. But Connor, in terms of what you think Liverpool need, what in terms of the final third, would you start Minamino against Manchester United, mate? Or in the Premier League fixtures?
I think you have to. Go on, Tilly. But no, you have to. And like for everyone in the chat as well, I think probably rotation now is needed against Manchester United, which for me is a crucial thing yet again. And maybe experiment against Manchester United because they're going to obviously play against they're probably going to play their most experienced team. Probably they'll probably check a few experienced heads in there, and what's Klopp got to lose in the FA Cup? Klopp doesn't care about the FA Cup. Just experiment with it and see if something works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But he needs to do something. I don't know whether or not, because we've done Shaqiri in midfield, haven't we? Like Ox was on the right and Shaqiri was in the middle. I thought that was wrong from the start. I thought Ox should be playing in that 8 role and Shaqiri should be on the right hand side and putting balls in. But to be fair to Shaqiri, I thought he was probably the best outfield player. Well, I say the centre backs and that, but I think that attacking wise, I think Shaqiri was probably the best player for Liverpool tonight.
I was disappointed. Everyone, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. It was a big night. We've mentioned Shaqiri starting yet again, which is great to see. I think all of us have wanted that. Origi, Divock had a couple of great opportunities, not on clear cut, I'd say, but he made the best of his opportunities anyway. And then Ox, I was deeply disappointed. I thought we'd get a lot more from him, but I think considering how the whole team collective is playing, it's very difficult for a player to come out with a squad that has not been playing for a lot of weeks anyway and come back in drips and drabs really in terms of. But it's not just Ox; it was not having Henderson in midfield. We just need to get our act together and put Fabinho back into. It's impossible. I tell you, we need Fabinho back in that midfield. He is missing as well as Henderson anyway. The whole shape and momentum of the team in the final third, it annoys me not seeing Fabinho in his favourable position, which is central defensive midfield, in the heart of that midfield, and marshalling everything. Connor, I see you going back each time. It's less smug anyway, but I'm like that, mate. I thought Liverpool would get better and better, just continuously, mate. I'm so angry when I'm not going to repeat what Rigo was saying on anyway. I tend not to swear on the channel anyway, but
to be fair, like that's a Villa fan. At least you know what it feels like now to concede a very bad offside goal. At least anyway.
Yeah, and it kept a VAR decision kept Aston Villa in the Premier League last season. So played right into Burnley's hands, crossing constantly for Tarkowski and Ben Mee anyway to deal with. I was frustrated in Trent's crossing has not been there for all season. Been very disappointing. We're going to talk about his crossing. Robbo's in terms of going down the left-hand flank as well. Questions. We spoke about this, didn't we, last game, Connor? And everyone at home, let us know. Liverpool's rhythm, especially going down the left-hand side and the right-hand side anyway, it's not really been there. And I think Trent could have been out there for the next 20 years. I don't think there's one team that you do not want to cross against, and it's Burnley, but we seem we ran out of ideas, really. We've got no plan B. I think Firmino and Salah were a plan B for tonight, but Salah against Peters down our right-hand side anyway, their left-hand side, their left-back, he was sound. He was happy as laddie defending against Salah, mate, wasn't he? Not trying to be a knob, but Burnley completely deserved it. The narrative will be that we went wrong with you guys, but Burnley deserve huge credit. Absolutely spot on there, boy, mate. You've got to hold your hands up, and I think every single Liverpool fan out there, we've not been playing very well. It's this season. Mitchell, get in, Mitchell. Made up to see you. I know you're very busy. Jack and from Oxford, being a season ticket holder for 11 years. I know that. I went with my dad, and we went with his dad. I won Klopp sack. I don't know if you're calling me like
that. No.
Here's my reason. He runs his players into the ground for 3 years and they'll all stop performing. He done it at Borussia. Get Nagelsmann in, please. Nice one, Mitchell. And this is why I created my channel, mates. Everyone is entitled to an opinion, whether you like it or you don't like it. This is a channel for all opinions, mate. But it's very interesting, mate. I know I'm a big fan of Nagelsmann anyway, but it is interesting the way he's just talked about that, Mitchell. Thank you for your comments. Everyone's opinions are very valid. This is why I've created my channel, to get everyone's thoughts and comments in. It's interesting that he said that, Connor, but it is interesting in terms of these players do look overworked. We know how much football is demanded from from a typical Jurgen Klopp side. And we've seen it at Mainz, seen it at Dortmund, and seen it at Liverpool now. Are these players getting overburnt? As Mitchell said, the constants, it looks like Liverpool haven't really got a plan B or a C, really. And would you say Liverpool have got a plan B or a C? I don't think we have.
At the minute, no. I think going back a couple of years ago, I think we all had the same conversation whether or not Klopp had a plan B or C, and I think everyone back then was like, no. And then we ended up, having the plan B and C, especially last season where we just kept on winning games, no matter what. And the thing that I think has bamboozled us quite a lot is how much of a drop off it's been this season, and how much of a falling quality it's been. I think it's probably been, like it's reversed for Man City again from last season. City was the exact same. But to be fair, going back on Anthony's point about Burnley, fair play to Burnley. Absolutely fair play. I've seen people sharing around the, I think, in-betweeners joke, where we all hate Burnley. To be fair, and I think every single Liverpool fan hate Burnley right now. But to be fair,
he played fantastic tonight, mate.
Well, yeah, that triangle of Pope, Tarkowski, and Ben Mee, absolutely solid. Absolutely solid. And if anyone wants 2 centre backs and a goalkeeper, go and sign them 3, because to be fair, tonight they were fantastic. And I think we all knew going into this game Nick Pope was going to have the game of the season, because whenever he plays against Liverpool, he has a fantastic game. And it just seems to be the case at the minute that every single goalkeeper that we come across has a game of the season, and it's frustrating. But to be fair, Sean Dyche now will take that, and they'll probably straight off that now.
He will be loving it, won't he? You see him at half time. He was having a go at Klopp, and him and Klopp have got a very feisty relationship already. Anyway, and you could see Klopp is absolutely fuming. Dyche got under his skin. It was a tackle at half time anyway, but he will be loving this. He will be loving it. Every time you have managers meetings, Klopp, he'll be winding them up for Sean Dyche. I love Sean Dyche. He's a funny character. You need him in the Premier League. Let's get to Josh's comments. Jack, this team is burnt out. Very similar comment to as Mitchell's just said there. It's only down to one reason. Klopp is continuously tired. It tried to play the same way for 4 straight years. We started to get figured out last season, and he's still persistent with this way of playing. He brings in other players to play the same way that have started the 11. The starting 11 anyway. Firmino drops and opens space for Salah and Mane. Adigi can't hold up the play, and Knox will hug the side because he's more comfortable anyway. He will not adapt. Jurgen, very interesting. You're spot on there, Josh. Thank you for your comment, matey. My cousin, anyway. Nice one, La. It's these, as you mentioned, as Connor said, and everyone. This is a time period now. We don't want to go too reactionary, but this is probably, as Connor said, and everyone is already mentioned in the comment section below tonight, this is testing times for now. Klopp will be judged in the next coming years. I love Jurgen, but as everyone said in the comment section below, Liverpool have been figured out. And as Josh and Mitchell and every single one of you and Connor said, how the Liverpool bounce back in the coming weeks will be very interesting. I don't care if other fans have a go at me for wanting him out. I refuse to have blind faith. Nice one, Mitchell. As I said, mates, this is why I created my channel. Everyone's views and opinions are all valid. If you agree to disagree, this is the beauty of having opinions. But nice one, mate. Change the formation, Morgan, 2-4-2-3-1. Mane, Salah, Cam, Mane striker, and Jota left mid, and Bobby right mid. Morgan, would you not play Bobby in that number 10 role, mate? I think that's what I'd do, but very interesting, mate. Josh, and when we were down in the game and not playing well, he doesn't change it quick enough. First up today, 81 minutes against United, 84th minutes. That was something that was labelled that Rafa won it, mate. What were your thoughts on what Josh had to say there with the subs, mate? Do you think Jurgen has to really change these substitutions a lot more quicker in the coming weeks?
Yeah, I think that's been Klopp's criticism for the last 3 years, hasn't it? As one of Jurgen's weaknesses. Me personally, I think, of course, everyone is entitled to their opinion, of course, no matter what. But for me, I think personally, people saying Klopp out now, it's, of course, the United fans are here. But it's a bit rash to say Klopp out. Yes, I think Liverpool are out of ideas at the moment, but with, like someone commented there about Jota, I think when Jota is back, I think then the system might change. It might change with Shaqiri now. It might go to a 4-2-3-1 like we did not last season, the season before, where we're playing Mo as a striker, like a central striker, and then probably Mane on the left or on the right, and then Shaqiri, likewise with Bobby more deeper. So I think, of course, the ideas will be, floating around probably from now until the next Premier League game. Of course, we got Manchester United before that, but it's now, like we said, this is a crucial time for Jurgen, because if we do somehow not get into the top four, then that would be, a diabolical season. I think for all of us. So it's now the fact that this is the telling time. If Klopp can get through this now, because I think we've got Spurs, City, and Leicester in our next 7 games.
Big ones.
Yeah. So if we can, get some results out of the big boys, then to be fair, I think we'll be good then to crawl it back. But it's still, it's still going to be tough over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, spot on there, La. I think we're too predictable today. We just kept doing the same things. Literally everything was the same. Spot on there, Zuki. I was screaming, need to sign Haaland and Mbappe, and we'll be all right, La. Absolutely spot on there, mate. If only money grew on trees anyway, La, I think we'd be signing both of them. But yeah, there has to be change somewhere, as it is the formation change. Something clearly right now, it isn't working. Yeah, I was asking everyone, what would you change? A lot of people are saying the formation change. Connor's alluded to there, changing the formation as well. What's this? He doesn't know what about 1 point behind City would win their game in hand. United haven't lost in 16. Nice one, Thomas. Being a United fan anyway. Thank. He's not been too bad in the comment section below, but obviously this channel is for everyone. Obviously, there will be United fans, will be City, will be Everton fans. But nice one, Thomas. Try and keep it clean, mate. But it's interesting to see. Tom, what is the view from the outside point of view? Try and be is not as bitter anyway. But how would you change things up? What do you think Liverpool are doing bad anyway? Suki, was that Socks? Oh no, Socks has passed away, mate. Anyway, but that was Tilly, my other cat. Anyway, nice one, Suki. Told you 1-0 Burnley Barnes, the boy. Oh.
No, to be fair, oh no.
If you lose to United, that will be a huge blow mentally. But yeah, we're not thinking about that yet, Bella. We will not be thinking about.
We need to recover from this game first. We're not even thinking about United on Sunday.
20 times United. Be interesting, Tom. But nice one for your comment. Trent has been shambles all season. Very disappointing. Like a phoenix will rise this. Help me, Obi-Wan. Jota. Absolutely spot on there. I think we need Jota back. Oh, excuse me. Back as quick as we can. We will struggle for top four. Will be a struggle. We need a striker now. The lads from the podcast. I want to know what Klopp said in the tunnel. The legend. Sui, I can't wait for the inside. Is it Inside Anfield edition? And you just hear Klopp getting beeped out to Sean Dyche go, yup. Is it that'd be absolutely classic. I'll keep your eyes open for that, mate. That will be the highlight of the video anyway. Trent has been poor for 4 to 5 games now. Nico gets slaughtered. Klopp build a statue and say goodbye for me. Poor footy since we won the league, in my opinion. Nice one, Daz. As I said, everyone's opinions are valid anyway. This is why I created the channel. He's spot on about Trent. He's absolutely spot on there. And he's been very disappointing. A lot of players have been very disappointing. Shanks, Paisley, Kenny, Gerrard, Houllier, Klopp need to move on now. Very interesting. It is sure. It's so short-sighted that we don't have better. That we won't have a better manager. Rafa won the Champions League and he was sacked. like a dog for Hodgson. Nagelsmann is on the way up, and Klopp has done his thing at Forder's. Very, very interesting, mate. Don't feel like Klopp has got a lot out of the plays. So, same with Salah, Firmino, Mane into the world stars. His methods and styles of play, but perhaps a change in style could help freshen things up. Absolutely spot on there. Rafa was amazing. He did it. 30 years wait anyway for the title. The front three need to change for next season. I think we will see that as Connor said, and we haven't mentioned anyway. We'll see Jota come into the starting front three. Was that the phasing already? The phasing out of Bobby? I've seen that a couple of times mentioned this week, Connor. Do you think that was the early phase? Like if you haven't seen a video of Carrot and Neville discussing forward threes, talked about obviously the Neymar, Messi, and whoever was up front with them anyway. Who was up front with the Suarez, of course. Anyway, the famous front threes. Do you think that we will see Jota nudge someone out in that forward three come this season and next season?
Yeah, and it's most likely going to be Bobby if it's going to be anyone, because unless we were to sell either Sadio or Mo, I think that's the only way we're going to, displace them. But I think going back earlier on this season when we beat to the good times, when we beat Atalanta 5-0 in the Champions League, Jota played the false nine that day and ended up getting a Champions League hat-trick, which is a rarity, to be fair. And I think that's been, to be fair, I think that's the calling card right now. It's either A, Klopp change system to a 4-2-3-1, or Firmino gets dropped for Jota. If Jota's in Bobby's position tonight, does Jota score? 9 times out of 10, yes. And he's proven it. I think.
Well done, McKenna. We've spoken about Haaland, and obviously we talked heavily over the last couple of weeks. If that was a Haaland or a more clinical finisher like a Harry Kane, one shot, bang, that's in the back of the net anyway. Bobby is not that type of strike. We all know the style in which Bobby plays. Aiden, nice one for your comment, mate. I don't think it was a pen anyway. It was his arm was literally attached to his body. He didn't move. It wasn't one of them flailing arms. It was just hitting like there, didn't it? Anyway, chat lads, what's our percentage since we won the league? Win percentage, I tell you, that's absolutely spot on there, mate. If there's anyone's got those stats, I think we will dig them out. Spot on there, Daz. Me and Connor, I think in the coming weeks we will be analysing. I think everyone can analyse it till dogs come home anyway. But yeah, it'd be interesting. Daz, do you know? Let us know. It's so unpopular to say Klopp out. I will stand next to every Liverpool fan debate why I think he should be sacked. Nobody is as loyal as me, but just refuse to sit and ideally buy and let us plummet. Anyway, nice one, Mitchell. Mate, everyone is entitled to opinion, whether you like it or disagree. That's the whole beauty of fan channels, mate. What you spot on there, Mitchell. And I'm going to read out everyone's opinion. Whether you agree with Mitchell, everyone's entitled to an opinion. But nice one, mate. One of the biggest supporters on the channel, mate. It is interesting. It's mad, in it, mate. It's so frustrating tonight that spraying crosses all day and we will win the title. Klopp's logic, anyway. I'd understand, Tom and Mitchell and everyone at home watching if we had a big Christian Benteke who we sold, or a big Andy Carroll up front, or a Haaland, or a Lewandowski, someone that is good in the air. But we've got Bobby Firmino. He's not the tallest. He's not your target man striker. But it's like, as everyone said, and Tom, you spot on. It just makes me chuckle. You're spot on there, mate. We kept on crossing. We kept on doing the same thing. And Burnley, as Connor said, they had the big triangle, the triangle, the magic, the Freight, Tarkowski, Ben Mee and Pope. They could have been there for the next couple of years and just continue to clear it. Waited 30 years for this. Sean would knock Klopp out. I think Klopp would be an interesting fight that if that happened. Phil, nice one for your comment, mate. Lads have become complacent due to their past success, taking their eyes off the prize. I'd agree with you, Phil. Absolutely spot on. Everyone, if you're new around here, make sure you do hit that subscribe button. Make sure you do head over to Connor, the Cop Council. Anyway, you'll be doing a show either tonight or tomorrow anyway, won't you, mate? But make sure you do head over to Connor's channel.
Should be.
Yeah. If we feel up to it anyway. Why our fans say want to trade for Steve Bruce? If you don't know, Ryan is a Newcastle fan anyway. Definitely not, mate. But yeah. Excuse me. I'm not Klopp out at the squad becoming stale. Not the squad. I mean, changing the front three is needed change. That's the main thing. Absolutely spot on. I think that's more or less the consensus, really, what everyone's been saying. If we sack Jurgen, we will wait another 30 years again. I'd rather not have a manager low other than Steve Bruce. Hi, Jack Calvin. Very disappointing, mate. Can we all stop saying we sign Mbappe and Haaland, please, mate? Please, does someone that just puts the ball in the back of the net, which we got to yeah, Jack. I don't know what it is, lad, but I think it's not very good, mate. And obviously, I'm asking Daz and everyone to know, can you just put the finger on what is the problem with Liverpool? It's a mixture of things, isn't it? Klopp has done an amazing job at Liverpool. It's mad to think that Klopp out is even a suggestion. Is that even trending, Connor? I haven't even. Dare I look on Twitter? It probably is.
Let's have a look.
But yeah, Origi should have took that 9 out of 10 guesses. It still won't affect you. We want our strikers to put the ball on the back of the net, but we wanted them to square to Mane. We wanted it. Dixie Moore scored a load of goals for Everton. Doesn't mean that they're going to play him up top next Saturday, does it? James, well, it's spot on there, Mitchell. But yeah, right. I love yous and leave yous, everyone. Because we've been going for half an hour and I've kept Connor long enough anyway.
To be fair, Klopp out is trending, but it isn't highly trending. It is a thing.
It doesn't surprise me. But yeah, thank you very much, every single one of yous. Seamus, Phil, Mitchell, Aiden, Daz, Calvin, Boyed as well. Thank you for dropping in, mate. Chris as well, Ryan Dodds, Mitchell, Danfield Lark as well. Try and get everyone else's comments on. The lads on the podcast, hey boys. Thomas. For me, it was awful, but obviously a Manchester United fan. Thank you for being nice in the comment section below anyway, Tom. You haven't been banned, but it's very interesting to get a lot of everyone's opinions. Been very interesting. Thank you, Connor, for taking the time out. I know you didn't want to come on, but I dragged you on. But thank you for coming on. Not the best result for Liverpool, but everyone, make sure you do get your comments in after the video's been uploaded. The video will be going live anyway, so make sure you get your thoughts on. Everyone, what do Liverpool need to do? I think as we've been speaking for the last 40 minutes now, it has been a change. Liverpool's ratcheting up. Liverpool need to really develop the game. They have been found out, as a lot of you have been saying. Is it a change in formation, change in personnel? Very interesting. But everyone, make sure you do get your comments in. And thank you so much to every single one that has dropped on the video. Whatever platform, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter anyway, whatever you're watching it on. But thank you, Reds. We will hopefully we'd bounce back last week and we haven't. So fingers crossed Liverpool do bounce back. Yeah, but what a game. Manchester United, Connor, in the FA Cup. I want us to go far considering how bad we are playing in the Premier League, mate.
Lad, I just want to beat them. I just want to beat them. Like, I don't care then if we face, Wickham and then draw or lose. Like, as long as we beat Man United and knock them out, I'm happy.
But yeah, thank you very much, everyone. Have a lovely rest of your night anyway. It's not good. It's not good when Liverpool lose football games. Well, thank you, every single one of you, for continued support. And as always, the absolute legend, Connor from the Cop Council. Your support means the absolute whale to us as well, La. Thank you for that. And everyone, try and enjoy the rest of your night. And we go again against Manchester United. Fingers crossed. But Reds, keep safe and well. Shout out to all the key workers and NHS staff as well. They're the real heroes in current times. But keep safe and well, Reds, and you'll never walk alone. See you later, Conor. See you later, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.